Hello and welcome to the Imagine Crafts YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted, and today I am making my own tie-dye pattern. So I have this Lazy Susan-ish wheel platform here, and what I'm doing is using some Dewdrop VersaMagic ink because they're just so juicy and great for this technique. You don't really need like a heavy hand with it. And so I'm just barely grazing the surface of the paper in sort of a zigzag motion as I use this turntable to spin the paper. That way I can sort of keep the hand that I'm using to apply the ink in a relatively sort of still position, and I don't have to kind of twist or anything, and that helps me keep the lines a little bit more straight as I am spinning the paper. So this is so fun. I did a tie-dye style of background using my Kaleidocolor ink pad, which conveniently already has a lot of different colors all on one ink pad that you can hold really conveniently. After I did that, I thought about how can I get a smaller pattern, because what I really wanted to use this tie-dye effect for is to create a t-shirt. And I have a set of t-shirt dies that are on a much smaller scale than what the Kaleidocolor pattern generates, because that is a full ink pad, and so if I were to use that to die cut from, you wouldn't really appreciate too much of that tie-dye pattern. And as I was doing a little bit of Googling for color combination and in actual tie-dye inspirations, I actually saw this other spiral pattern, which I think I've seen before, but it's just not what I think of when I think tie-dye. I always think the concentric circular pattern, and I thought it would be nifty to do this more spiral pattern in a tie-dye. So again, I'm just doing just straight lines in and out, so almost maybe not zigzaggy because I'm trying to keep it sort of straight. But the idea is to leave plenty of white space to not really get full coverage. And I kind of like that. And as I just take a look at things after a full rotation, I just go back in, and add some additional lines here and there just to fill it out, or darken some areas that feel a little bit sparse. And so you can definitely do a little bit of fine tuning. But this Lazy Susan contraption here, it's actually from Crafter's Companion, and it's for coloring, because oftentimes it can be easier to kind of keep your hand in the same position and turn your paper as you color. And so this makes it easy for you to do that. A lot of people also put their Gemini machines on here, and they'll spin it so that you feed your plates in on one end, you can spin it on this little turntable and easily grab the plates out of the opposite end. So that is just a fun way to make a background. I've never tried it before, but I did test it a few times before filming just to see if I could get the look that I wanted. And here's that die set I was talking about. It's actually from Spellbinders, and it's really cute. So the scale of the tie-dye pattern worked out really great, where that center purple burst of purple is I can get that pretty much completely on the t-shirt as a bit of a accent spot. And so I'll assemble the t-shirt off camera. I did a bit of coloring using the same exact VersaMagic inks. I just squished them out on an acrylic block and used that as kind of a little palette to color with. And I just used a water brush and diluted it with a little bit of water so that I could paint with it. And I did some off-camera coloring of a stamp. So you won't see that, but you'll see the finished card when I go to assemble everything. So this t-shirt, ever since I got this shirt die set, I have wanted to do a tie-dye shirt. I just was looking for pattern papers. But after I had the idea to do the Kaleidacolor ink pad as a way of creating my own tie-dye background, it just got me thinking about, well, how can I do that on a smaller scale? And I'm so happy that this turned out. I know it's not really an exact, replication of what tie-dye would look like, but it's a nice approximation. I think people will get the effect. And so with my dragon that I've colored with the same colors that I used on my actual shirt, everything kind of goes well, and the dragon's a really nice scale because it fits so perfectly that that center purple is almost it almost looks like the spirals emanating from his head. So I love how everything really just worked out so great for this card to come together. My card base is a 4x6 card, and I did emboss the purple solid color cardstock, again, with a pattern that has the rays sort of coming out from the center, just to kind of, mimic or reinforce that same look as what's going on the t-shirt. And the last step will just be to add a sentiment. And for the sentiment, I'll go ahead and pop that up on a little bit of foam just to have it elevated a little bit, because otherwise the card is going to be pretty simple. I think the fun is the t-shirt and just having basically kind of making your own graphic t-shirt almost, but a tie-dye shirt at that. So I love this technique. I'm definitely going to be doing it more, and I love using the Kaleidacolor as well. That gives you a really nice large background piece, and it's super fast and easy. But this is a fun little technique to have in my back pocket now, because I think it just creates a really fun looking card. And on the smaller scale, I feel like you can use it on these die cuts, and it works out beautifully. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you give this technique a try. I found it really, really fun, and I can't wait to use that other background that I made. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.